oozes scam to me. Like scam. It feels like a scam. It feels like just like a hustle.
To me, I would say link to the
link to the wallet which refunded Dave, which Dave said was your personal funds.
That just happened to be at the time of stress where we moved money from, but that was just a mistake. I mean, if anything, because in that particular case, all I would do is like that money, when it went back into the chart, it would just flow through another wallet back into the chart. Like that money that we consider sniping, quote unquote, is the project's money, right? That's how we do it and anytime we've done it, that's how we do it. And the most of the time the snipe is to deter. And if there's enough volume on the project, we use it so that it has the ability to continue on. And I think that's very hard for people to understand.
So basically we steal the money first so that nobody else can steal it. That's what he's saying. We steal the money first so that no one else can steal it. That's what he's saying.
I will agree with that. I think that is going to be hard to understand
because you have look, right? You have, and I'll give you a great example. If you look at Trump and you look at the snipes, right? Trump had so much volume, the snipes didn't matter. They made zero difference.
No, wait, hang on. That's not true. There was a guy who sniped early for $1 million. The big crash in Melania that everyone attributes to Melania was actually that sniper selling like tens of millions of dollars of coins.
Like the one that did like 84 mil, right? That one.
Yeah.
Crypto, meme coins. I think they're bullshit. I think there are creative ways of stealing people's money. I think that the way that people have been using them is an improper way to be using them. I'm sad because there's a lot of our, brothers that have been using some of these digital coins as a way to, earn some money. And that's not exactly what it's for. And there's been multiple times where, I've had guys that were kind of deep into the trading coins, so on and so forth, and they'll talk down to me because I don't want to get involved. And somehow I'm the issue because I'm second guessing either second guessing the coin or the advice, and or two, second guessing who these people are as business people. Now, when it comes to business, I like to have a very high level understanding of a particular product or a business, and then I work my way down and get in before so that I can understand. And I have a couple of fundamental issues with digital currency as it sits, anything besides like Bitcoin. And I have not been able to find anyone that has been able to answer all of my questions to my satisfaction. I mean, who the hell am I, right? But people have asked me to invest or put money in and do things, but couldn't answer my questions when I inquired. And that to me is a red flag or a little bit of an issue. And so I haven't been able to find anybody that's been able to get past my fundamental arguments against these digital currencies. Fast forward to just relatively recently, there's a Trump coin, a Melania coin, and a bunch of other coins, the Tate brothers, a coin. Bitcoin is still doing its thing, but all these other coins and exchanges have popped up, and these projects. And I keep looking at it, and it oozes scam to me. Like scam. It feels like a scam. It feels like just like a hustle. It feels like a way to steal without getting in trouble, because there's no regulation, right? Part of the beauty of a digital currency and part of the beauty of where we are right now in this situation is the fact that it's the wild, wild west. There's no one's getting in trouble. So when someone takes off and steals the money, there's no way you can get it back. You can't chase it. It's not something you can get back. It's a perfect crime. So it shocks me when relatively smart people are putting thousands, hundreds, millions of dollars down, and they don't even understand the fundamental basics of what this actually is. And the one thing that I've always thought about this whole entire time was actually admitted on an interview and posted online concerning the most recent, basically, crypto pump and dump. And the guy full blown admits that the thing that I was always afraid of, the thing that I thought was the issue with cryptocurrency, was absolutely the thing that's wrong with cryptocurrency. And the guy proved it. So I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, so then what the hell of all these people that have been trying to sell me on crypto, what the hell are they talking about? Are they trying to line me up, or do they not understand? Like, are they part of the hustle, or are they being hustled? That has been my question. So CoffeeZilla is a gentleman that does a lot of exposing on the internet, a lot of scammers, internet scams, stuff like that. He had an interview with this gentleman, and like I said, it was very enlightening. If you're not sure, or if you don't know anything about CoffeeZilla, I'm going to actually put his X or Twitter link in the chat, believe it or not, because I want some of us to be able to go back and look at some of these documents, look at some of the stuff that he's posting, and make a little bit of a sense of it to yourself. Look, not all of us are going to be interested. Not all of us are going to be into this kind of thing. But for those of us that are, because I know that there's a lot of people are trying to enrich themselves by using crypto. And I believe that there's I have an issue with that. I believe that that's a terrible strategy, but that's just me. Sheridan says, brothers need to understand the difference between speculation, gambling, and investing. Crypto and not dividend paying paper instruments are speculating and gambling. A lot of people don't know the difference. 100%. Thank you so much, brother. I really, absolutely, truly appreciate that. That is my point. That is 110% my point. Next, also Sheridan says, crypto is a scam and it's a Ponzi scheme. There's no physical, tangible asset behind it. I'm so glad you said that. Everyone in cryptocurrency is looking for a bigger fool. Thank you. And again, look, man, you have to have you don't have to have a super duper deep understanding of this stuff. You really don't, right? Like, we've heard of the gold standard. We understand the gold standard. Why is it that we have to keep gold on hand? Because unless we have that gold on hand, that paper doesn't mean anything. That paper only means anything as long as I've got this big pile of gold behind me backing it up. If that big pile of gold disappears, then that piece of paper is just a piece of paper. Nobody, it doesn't have any value. So people are out here buying digital crypto coins, trying to trade them like stocks, but there's no tangible service or material. So the only thing that it's backed by is someone's opinion of what this thing should be valued at. Not what it actually is valued at in real money, like gold or silver or uranium or anything that you can put your hands on, something tangible, right? No, not that. It's on someone's reputation. It's on smoke and mirrors and how many people believe in a particular coin. And that has never been, so I've had multiple conversations with people that were supposedly well-versed or educated, and they have not been able to get past that part of my argument. Whereas like, what is the tangible asset that's backing up this digital currency? And it's like, oh, other digital currency. Well, So when some of the people just pick up and cash out and take the digital currency, then what's left? Oh, nothing's left. That's the hustle. They're not just going to, let's see, they're not just going to let something play. Let's see, how many people used to have been killed, overthrown, protecting the US dollar as a reserve currency? Though these people are idiots. You know what? There is something to that, because I don't know if you guys are aware of it, but there was the Silk Road. Those of you that are in the kind of hacker space, I'm not in the hacker space, but Silk Road was basically like dark web where you could buy drugs and weapons and all sorts of stuff. And there was a gentleman on there that something Pirate Roberts, I think that was his nickname. Anyways, someone in the chat, Braxton will know. But essentially, they used Bitcoin to be able to do transactions. Great. And part of the whole thing about Bitcoin was that it was untraceable. That was like the benefit. It was like this uncontrolled, thing that no one can trace. And so you can buy your drugs or your guns or your people or whatever you want to traffic in. You can do that anonymously. That was the whole benefit to being able to do this. Come to find out that that's not 100% true, because if you actually can tie the person to the wallet, then all of it is traceable. In fact, all of it is more traceable than if you would have done it the traditional way and laundered money like regular people launder money. It's actually a cleaner tie, because once they tie you to the wallet, every single transaction looks like this. Let's see, hold on. It looks like that, where they could trace where your money went. They know exactly where all your money went. You can't even hide from it. So if they know you and they can tie it to your wallet, then it's not anonymous anymore. Okay, so now what's the benefit? So the only other benefit is that the government doesn't control it yet. Okay, that's Bitcoin. But now what about all these other coins that everyone's dropping off left and right, these meme coins? Therein lies the problem. Bitcoin has stuck around for a while. And oh yeah, by the way, Bitcoin is, so using this method is how the FBI ended up destroying the Silk Road, by the way. There it is. Thank you, the Silk Road. Yep, there we go, Dre. Thank you. I appreciate y'all, man. Silk Road was the first modern father market launched in 2011 by the American Ross Ulbricht, alias Dread Pirate Roberts. That's him. Yep. Salute, Solo Dolo. What's up, bro? So with me, crypto, what's the value? What's the benefit, right? Because it's not a stock. It's not a stock. Like, you can buy some crypto and whether you use it or not, the value of it increases. That's great. A lot of people are putting their money in it and they're keeping it and they're hanging on to it. That's great. But it's really just supposed to be an ability to exchange, not that's the way you make your money. And that's the problem. Everyone is using crypto as a way, it's like stock, and it's not stock at all. I mean, you're just betting. And so all of these tech nerds and tech geniuses that understand bots, that understand this stuff, they essentially have figured out how to scam the coins. And not only did they learn how to scam the coins, but they learned how to scam the other people's coins before they, so like the whole like pump and dump, it's almost expected. It's almost expected. So people are building these coins and they're like, well, if I don't pump and dump them first, these bots are going to jump on and artificially pump and dump it for me, and I'll be screwed. So the only way I can do it is I can pump it, pull the money so no one else can pump and dump, and then hope that the coin holds on. That is the strategy. And that's what I've always kind of figured it was. But sure enough, shout out to CoffeeZilla. He actually got this guy to admit to all of this stuff in an interview. And I can't lie, for those of you that are just, some of you guys pay attention to legal stuff. You kind of have a legal eye. Some of you don't. I pay attention because I think a lot of this stuff sets precedent. It'll let you know what the legal system is going to do, how regulation is going to come up next. You know, it gives you an opportunity to kind of learn how some of this stuff goes. But these coins are tied to a bank account to cash out. Crypto lovers will get a good lesson come tax time. I'm telling you, you can't. It's so tough to hide this money. It's so tight, which is why they don't want you to have gold, because it's a tangible thing you can hold in your hand. You can take it with you. It goes where you go. And I think that the powers that be would prefer that you have this digital currency that they can make it disappear, or they can make you spend it, or they can make you jump through hoops for it. They can make you clap like a seal. It can make you pat your head and rub your belly. Like, they can make you do all those things for your own money at this point. So anyways, let's do a quick history lesson on what this whole meme coin situation is really looking at. Because like I said, I'm thankful that this person actually said it out loud. It was what I always thought it was. Hold on just a second. Let's see, Curtis talking about crypto mining. One of the things they teach us in cybersecurity class. So I'm glad I got some professionals up in here. Shout out to Dre. I might have you up here in a little bit. Let's rock. Let's let this rock real quick. Let's see what this is all about real fast. Shout out to CoffeeZilla.
When Javier Milei suddenly tweeted about a meme coin called Libra.
Now, Milei, that's the guy in Argentina that super conservative, just took office, and he cut all the social programs. Whether he should or shouldn't, whether he deserved it or not, I don't know. He doesn't care. He started cutting them. He's the guy with the chainsaw, and he's like, we're going to cut this, and we're going to cut that, and we're going to cut this, and we're going to cut that. So he was trying to get their budget for Argentina set up. And now go.
The details at first were sparse. Quote, liberal Argentina grows. This private project will focus on encouraging growth of the Argentine economy, funding small businesses and Argentine adventures. The world wants to invest in Argentina.
So meme coin, president of Argentina, because Trump, I think, just dropped a coin not too long ago. I think Melania dropped a coin not too long ago. So president of Argentina says, hey, we're going to try to do this. We're going to get ahead of this crypto thing. I'm a conservative president, but I've got progressive financial ideas, maybe. And so this coin is going to be the official coin of Argentina. Now, to some of us, that doesn't mean much. But if you're like a meme coin person and you think that you're going to try to make some money, and the president of Argentina says, hey, the country of Argentina is going to support this coin, it might. I mean, you might, piece up and whatever. Okay, so let's continue.
And it linked to a website which called it a token with purpose, where 50% of the tokens were allocated to Argentina growth. And I'll admit, it sounds nice. However, as the price skyrocketed to billions of dollars in market cap, people got worried because there appeared to be insider trading. Okay. And that's when Javier Milei suddenly deleted his tweet, saying he, quote, obviously has no connection with the project, and, quote, I was not aware of the details of the project.
That wasn't what his tweet said. I'm just saying. That wasn't what your tweet said, bro, but okay. I mean, you took the tweet down, but people saw it first, but that's not what you said, but okay.
Understandably, the price crashed after this, but in the rubble, people discovered that the team responsible for launching the token may have walked away with over $100 million being
dun, dun, dun. The team can walk away with $100 million. Got it.
Taken out of the liquidity pool, meaning they may have gotten rich while everyone else got rugged. It was about this time I began to investigate, and I got an anonymous phone call from someone who claimed to know where this all started, Tech Forum Argentina, which was an event where you could pay as a blockchain company to be a sponsor. According to a source who was there and paid for it, part of it included a meet and greet with Javier Milei, the president of Argentina. This person was excited, but disappointed to find out that once they got there, they were invited to sign an even more expensive contract where two of the guys who ran the event, Mauricio Novelli and Manuel Godoy, were going to basically advise you on how to have blockchain technology.
So they force you to spend more money. because you've already spent I would imagine that these people were multiple millions of dollars, I would say. Basically, buying a new coin, being at the very beginning at the opening of a coin, and then also access to the Argentinian president. That's what you're paying for, right? So, I mean, that might be money well spent. Maybe you're a beef farmer in Argentina and you want to get the ear of the president. Maybe that's maybe it's worth it, right? Maybe.
In Argentina. Basically, they got you access to Malay. The person I spoke to did not pay for it. Someone who did was Kip Protocol. And the strategic partner of Tech Forum in 2025 is Kelsier. Both of those companies are going to be extremely important. And the people who run them are called Julian Pei and Hayden Davis.
Now, this Hayden Davis guy. I mean, we are looking at a particularly an interesting demographic. If we would look at who's the FTX guy, Bankman Fried, right? This guy, like, kind of a nerd, kind of a, like not someone that probably, but he's very educated. I think both of his parents went to Stanford. He went to Stanford, but he's a nerd, right? And so this other guy is kind of a jock, but a nerd, but scammer, nerd. But let's continue.
Pretty soon, a plan was hatched between Mauricio Manuel from Tech Forum Argentina and Julian and Hayden to launch a project together. It was going to be called Libra and support the Argentinian economy. And President Milei agreed to tweet about it. The division of labor was basically that Mauricio Manuel were the connection, it seems, Hayden was handling the launch of the token, and Julian was going to set up a company to distribute the funds to Argentinian businesses. Of course, they never got that far because 24 hours after the launch of this coin, the president of Argentina was being called a scammer, and I got a message on my phone that I didn't expect. Hi, CoffeeZilla. I'd like to talk with you about the Milei launch. I was heavily responsible for it.
Yeah.
The initials of the person were HD. I'm guessing Hayden Davis, but I couldn't be sure. So I asked for a selfie to confirm his identity.
First of all, let's just take a look. First of all, what's up, Broken Blade?
So,
would you give this guy millions of your dollars?
Man, fuck no.
You wouldn't give this guy millions of your dollars? No? You wouldn't?
He looks like he has downs at best. At worst, an aspiring porn magnet.
I see. I know where you. I get that. I see what you're going on there. Okay. Well, this guy right now has the remaining $100 million of what was left from a meme coin called Libra that was pumped and dumped. And the reason why I'm even bringing this up in the first place is because I've had a couple of interesting conversations about crypto. And I hate to say it, but a lot of the guys that have tried to either convince me to spend money with them or convince me it's a good idea or convince me, their arguments kind of fell apart when I asked them some pretty simple questions, and they were never able to get past these pretty simple questions. And, when I look at a product, I look at or a service, I'm looking at the product or the service. What's this product cost to manufacturer? What's this cost to market? What are the profit margins, things like that. How much risk is it? Are my costs going to change? Is that something that's, just regular stuff, right? Well, these meme coins, Bitcoin, it's a coin, but it's just a denomination, and Bitcoin and these platforms are just ways. It's just an exchange. That's it. It's just money, right? So that's essentially like me buying $1 and then holding on to that dollar and waiting until that dollar is worth $1.50, and then selling my $1.50, my dollar for $1.50. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's not, though. because that would be that's the way they're trying to play it. But that's not what it's not stock though. It's money.
Yeah.
Like the fact that the value increased is a byproduct because of it's a new system. So the value in it is that since you're an early adopter of this denomination of money, there is a chance that you might make more money by using it. However, the money itself is not the service. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like people have been buying these meme coins like they're stocks when they're not backed up by anything.
And here's the thing, man. I got screwed for a few hundred.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry if this hits you. So I'm sorry if I punch you in the gut for this.
No, not at all.
Go ahead.
Because at least I'll try to do some research and got screwed over. Like the meme coins, I give people side on because it's like, okay, some internet celeb is endorsing it. Mm-hmm. Okay, what else? Mm-hmm. One thing I know, like any crypto that you're looking at, they have what's called I think it's called white papers.
Okay. Yep.
Which it should break down specifically who's behind the coin.
Okay.
Names and faces. If they refuse to reveal their face, it's probably bullshit. Two, what problem are they trying to solve with it? I've heard one like a certain percentage of sales to this meme coin is going to this animal shelter. Like you can do that with fiat money.
Yeah.
So fuck off.
Yeah. So it's basically a pump and dump.
Yeah.
Right. Like you get the money in, and then once the people that know, now that they've understood that they can accelerate, because here's the thing, they're using bots to artificially pump up the value. And so it's called sniping. And what I'm doing is this is a very low like surface level explanation, guys. Look, I'm not trying to get super duper deep. Okay. Let me just go ahead and make that explanation very clear. I'm not trying to go super duper deep. I don't want to go super duper deep. In fact, I don't have to, because once again, everyone has been arguing for this type of business has not been able to get past this one argument that I have, which is, what am I actually buying? No one's been able to get past that part. And so I've always thought that it was a freaking scam. I just did. I was like, I don't like what, like I can't. Oh, so there's no police you can call. There's no lawsuit you can file. There's no, once the wallet, even just the organization of it, once that wallet goes away, it disappears forever. If you lose your information, that information is gone. That in and of itself to me is kind of a strange way to like deal with your money, right? It's like, and so us being very comfortable with the fact that we don't carry cash money in our hands or don't have like tangible things in our hands, we've gotten used to it or accustomed to it. I find that to be a mistake. I find that to be
like, you know, at least like Bitcoin and Ethereum, they were trying to solve problems.
Yes, absolutely. And they were trying to have a denomination of money that was not regulated by the banks or the powers that be, that could not be traced, whatever. Cool. The thing of it is that people that were trying to scam didn't quite try to scam yet. Right? Like it was still kind of everyone wanted it to work. Yeah. Right? Like, because that's the thing, like what we're going to find out here in a second is that people's intent isn't for it to work. Their intent is to build it up as high as they can, take their money and run before people realize what happened. Right? And so the intent of those versus Bitcoin, and you touched on it exactly right. You were right on the money. Like there was a purpose for it. It was serving a purpose by being what it was. Now the purpose of these new meme coins are simply to be able to pump and dump.
And this sucks is like when I invested like a couple hundred in, it looked like they were legitimately trying to solve a problem, but like the names, the people that were behind it were out there.
Yeah.
And they still want some bullshit. Like safe mode.
So this exact coin, and we're gonna cover it here in just a second. Dave Portnoy, the founder of Barstool, the podcast and all the whatevers. He was like the Barstool was like does like Who's Your Daddy podcast, and like they got like this huge podcast, whatever. Dave Portnoy was the guy that was touring around and he was trying all the pizza joints, and he did a show or a blog around pizza, like New York pizza or whatever, and he was like taste testing pizza and giving his opinion. He was like one of the first like kind of like popular food taste testing, like traveling food people on TikTok. He didn't do it on purpose. It was kind of on accident. He was just eating pizza and was just talking about it. And then he was like, let me go to this other pizza, other place. And then he just ended up turning into like trying to find the best New York pizza. And then it ended up going like national. I don't think that was his original thing. I think he had other money and he was doing other stuff too. But that's just like that's his claim to fame as far as like him being in front of the camera. Anyways, Barstool is super profitable. Again, like I said, they're done podcast. They're into podcasts. They're into betting. I think they've got like DraftKings and all sorts of stuff. What's up, Hootsie? How you doing, sir? So Portnoy got himself involved in this madness, and guess who got a refund? And so again, it's this whole inside baseball game. It's like, oh, if you know somebody and if you're like, then you get your money back. But if you're not, then you get screwed. Got it. Okay. Well, look, let's get into because this guy absolutely admits stuff that is he going to get locked up over? I don't know, but this is a kind of a crazy thing for you to say on a recording about some stuff out loud. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he knows he's being recorded. Let's continue.
Number one. Number two, Dave doesn't know that much about what's going on with meme coins yet.
Okay, so what he's talking about right now, and the reason why I'm queued up to this point is he's talking about basically what Dave Portnoy doesn't really understand coins. He doesn't understand digital currency. Most of these people really don't. Like, this guy is a millionaire, Dave Portnoy. And he doesn't understand this. So he's talking about that. Like,
he doesn't. He has no idea. Like, he's just kind of like figuring it out. He just figured out a couple weeks ago, like, shit, if I bet on this and I talk about it, the price goes up. This is so crazy and weird. How do I do? Like, what do I do with this?
Look. Okay. All right. So essentially he's like talking about manipulating a stock. Oh, I talk about it and people see it and the price goes up. That is a dumb man's version of insider trading. That's how it starts. Like, that's the basics. That's the premise. And this is, again, why I wanted to talk about it like this. We don't even have to go super duper deep. It's like right there on the surface. Let's go.
Look, hold on. I don't want to focus on him because in some ways I appreciate his transparency and it shows a lot of the things that are going on behind the scenes that we don't see. But what I'm just making the larger point, which is that everybody who's like, yeah, we should deregulate this, whatever. It's like, and this shouldn't be treated like everything else.
Here, sorry guys, before I do that too, I'm going to put this, if you guys want to watch this interview on your own, it's worth the watch if you're into it. Like I said, this guy admits to a lot of crazy things and basically is like white man splaining. Like, it wasn't my fault. I didn't do it. I just want to help. Right. Like I don't know what's going on. Like, that was his whole thing, but it's interesting to hear. So if you guys are interested in that kind of stuff, there's the link to this particular video. Let's continue.
They are also, a lot of the times you'll find the same people who are rigging the game or have some hand in the game that is an unfair advantage. It's just like what you said. The people who complain are the people without the unfair advantage. The people who don't complain are the people with the unfair advantage. Like, I think that is a true statement. I want to move on though from that because look, like a lot of this has turned into some of the wallets which are being linked back to you.
Now, again, so part of the whole thing about digital currency is that it's anonymous. Like, it's part of the whole thing is like, that was the benefit to doing it. It's like, because you don't know who's spending the money. Like, that was the whole thing. But I'm looking at a chart. I'm looking at a chart, and it's got Libra Sniper 1, Libra Sniper 2, Libra Sniper 3. It's got, all sorts of code on here, 2.4 million. Like, it's got multi-chain transfers, what's been funded, 100,000, 900. So it's got all the goods. All the goods are right here. So it's not anonymous. So there's that.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Got it. Let's continue.
Are like linked to wallets which sniped the coins that you launched, right? So
Correct.
In the case of Libra, there's the wallet which Dave got refunded by, which is, according to him, your personal funds, was linked to an Avalanche wallet which was funded like a sniper of Libra. So, but if you launch the coin, isn't it unfair for you to snipe the coin?
So I would say no.
Okay. Now look, again, we're not going to go super duper deep. They're going to reference this thing sniping. From what I gather, sniping is a way for you've got some bots and you are transaction. Basically, you're pumping up the value of your coin so that you can snatch the rug out. And sniping is essentially making that move to snatching the rug out. So what this guy is about to say is that the strategy is I need to snipe my own coin before someone comes and snipes it from me. Because it's going to get sniped anyway. That is his logic.
And I would say that for a couple different reasons. Number one,
Launch the coin, did like a sniper of Libra. So, but if you launch the coin, isn't it unfair for you to snipe the coin?
So I would say no. And I would say that for a couple different reasons. Number one, a lot of the times when, and again, this is like, again.
Dre said it. Sniping is actually a trading strategy to capitalize on the market efficiency. That's what I'm saying. But that's the strategy. So they're using that strategy on their own coin before someone else does it and snatches all the value out of the coin. That is the whole thing. And he's essentially just see the look on his face. This is the look you give when you know someone has said something that's probably against the law. That's the look you give right there. That's funny. Shout out to him.
Much larger conversation, which is what I told you in text. But most of the time when I have different money in different places, obviously.
He's just like, bro, I'm not going to tell him to shut up, but somebody should be telling him to shut up.
But from the standpoint of sniping, most of the time when we're sniping, we're attempting to avoid other snipers getting in, right? So whether that's, and by the way, I don't conduct snipes. I'm not a dev. I just want to throw that out there I don't even know how to. If you put me in front of a computer and had me try and figure out how to snipe, I don't even know I've never done a bot. I don't know any of that shit.
But you're not denying that wallets linked to you sniped Libra. But you're just saying you didn't do it.
Link to the project. I wouldn't.
Can you hear that shit? Holy Jesus.
They got real comfortable once Trump got in office.
They are telling everything. They are telling it. Tell it. Tell it.
I wouldn't say link to me. I would say link to the
link to
project.
the wallet which refunded Dave, which Dave said was your personal funds.
That just happened to be at the time of stress where we moved money from, but that was just a mistake. I mean, if anything, because like in that particular case, all I would do is like that money, when it went back into the chart, it would just flow through another wallet back into the chart. Like that money that we consider sniping, quote unquote, is the project's money, right? That's how we do it and anytime we've done it, that's how we do it. And the most of the time the snipe is to deter. And if there's enough volume on the project, we use it so that it has the ability to continue on. And I think that's very hard for people to understand.
So basically we steal the money first so that nobody else can steal it. That's what he's saying. We steal the money first so that no one else can steal it. That's what he's saying.
I will agree. I will agree with that. I think that is going to be hard to understand
because you have look, right? You have, and I'll give you a great example. If you look at Trump and you look at the snipes, right? Trump had so much volume, the snipes didn't matter. They made zero difference.
No, wait, hang on. That's not true. There was a guy who sniped early for $1 million. The big crash in Melania that everyone attributes to Melania was actually that sniper selling like tens of millions of dollars of coins.
Like the one that did like 84 mil, right? That one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, the one that stole 84 mil. You see, and you see how their logic works. Like in his brain, he didn't do anything wrong. Like it's a con job. You're stealing. But in his head, he's conned himself into thinking that he hasn't done anything wrong. What are your initial thoughts, Broken Blade? Because you have spent a couple of dollars on a couple of coins, and you had some expectations of what that was supposed to be, or what was supposed to go. I mean, did it go all the way to zero, or have you just lost a little bit of value? Is there something left, or like if you stick around and hold this coin for long enough, is it going to get its value back?
Oh,
you don't have to get into no specifics.
That is cool. Oh, what I think is doing okay. I haven't heard anything crazy about them. The other one I know, like the creators have been, I don't know if they've been arrested, but I know they've been put on trial.
Oh. Criminal charges or civil?
I think criminal.
Gotcha. I mean, they are, at the end of the day, they're financial crimes. I think just with a lot of the crypto stuff, it's not regulated, so that's a little bit more difficult. The reason why they were able to tear the Silk Road down is because the FBI agents themselves had the wallets and they were following, there was crimes attached to it. So the money was how they found everything, but there was like bodies and drugs and all sorts of stuff that were attached to these wallets, which is why they approached it from there. But if it's just flat out, you put money up to buy this coin and then you wake up and that coin is worth zero and somebody ran off with your money, there's nobody that's going to there's no way to recuperate that.